Hey everyone, this is Brett from Link Digital, and it's been a while, but I'm back again, and I'm going to do another video for you today. And it's a remake of a similar video I did. I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago, where I installed CKAN in Docker, and this time I'm on a new machine. I'm on a new Mac OS machine, and I've been looking around for open source software that doesn't cost anything, to do the same as what I was doing before, which was a Docker desktop app that was pretty much controlling all my Docker environment stuff. And it was pretty heavy duty, and it grinded my machine down quite a lot. So this time I have been looking for some software that I could run Docker within, and that was a lot easier on CPU and memory. And I'm pretty sure I've found something that fits the bill for me anyway. So I'm going to basically just show you how that software runs and etc. The software is called OrbStack, and we see it right here in this app screen here. We see the containers we have running, the volumes we have, the images and the networks, and we see that there's nothing running. I've deleted everything that was running, all the Docker resources that were running on my machine previous to making this, and so we're starting off from scratch. So let's start. I've downloaded the latest CKAN Docker repo, and the version of CKAN that's running within that is 2.11. There will be a 2.12 coming out in the near future, but at the moment it's still 2.11, so that's what we will use here. So let me drag across my terminal. It's just a straight terminal, nothing fancy, that runs on Mac OS, just the one that comes out of the box. And I will run a Docker. Oops. Yeah, here we go. Docker compose build. And that will build all the images that I need to build from within the compose file. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is I have in my VS Code here, actually I haven't set it up yet, but I will show you the compose file. Now, because I'm running a new Mac, it uses an M2 processor, I think, which is the Apple Silicon processor. And I needed to add a line to my Docker compose file. And it's the line here, you can see that, which is within my CKAN service. And I needed to specify exactly what platform I was going to be running here. So that's pretty much it. Everything else is exactly the same. Now let's see what the screen is doing. My compose build, we're still running here. What's the other thing I can show you? The version of my Mac, I'll show you. It's a Mac Mini. It's 2023, so it's new-ish. And it's running 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is okay. It's running the latest version of Mac OS, I think, Tahoe 26.3.1. I think it is anyway. So it's fairly late, but it's not brand new. So we'll go back to the OrbStack command window, app window, and we see what, here we go. So on our terminal screen, we see that the images have been built. And if we look in OrbStack, we see these are the images that I've just built here. And we see that this is being built as an AMD64 tagged image. And we have the database and we have the Nginx image there that was being built as well. So the next thing we do is, actually, you should probably know this, but of course we have to create the .env file, and all we do there is we copy the example to .env, and that hasn't changed at all. So I just want to make sure that I tell you that in case that's a problem. Okay, so the next thing we do is we bring up the containers. So we're going to be pulling images down, Solar, Redis, and Data Pusher, as we see down here. And this step takes a little bit longer on this machine. So it needs to pull down the images, and then this needs to run the containers off the images that we have built, and these ones here that we're pulling down now. So if we go back to OrbStack, we're not going to see much for a while, because it does take a while to pull these down. Now with OrbStack, I think it's free. I'm pretty sure that I downloaded the free version, but it does say here I've got 2 days. I'm on a pro trial. Maybe I'm on a pro trial, but I think it's free anyway. I'll find out in a couple of days. Okay, so we see, excuse me, we have your Redis image downloaded, and yeah, downloaded. And now we are continuing on with, oh, it's a cute little tick here that says that it's already finished. And we're pulling the data pusher and the solar image down now. And we shouldn't have any volumes created yet, and no containers. The networks, we have the bridge network, which is there by default, and we actually use our own network with CKAN. We build our own networks. Okay, so the data pusher and solar have been downloaded. Now we can see the containers coming up now. So this is the containers screen in OrbStack, and we can see our volumes here now as well. CKAN storage, the database, our pip cache, our site packages, and our solar data. And we see that all the images have been started. We have Nginx that is waiting for the other containers to start before it will start. Let's go back to the screen and have a look here. So data pushers doing its initialization. CKAN is in the process of initializing itself as well. And once they're up, fully up, then the Nginx container will be triggered to start to. Yeah, we see Nginx here. Well, here's the actual OrbStack. We'll see Nginx is now started here. Okay, so yeah, we see logs of the container starting up. We see various files and stuff, but that's kind of irrelevant here. We see other metadata associated with the running container. It's all good stuff. The image and yeah, the log files, and we can also get a terminal in there as well, so we can see what's going on. But I think I've exited that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'll go back to my VS Code. Where is it? Yeah. And we go to the VS Code Docker stuff. And I will I'll open that in the browser, but I want to go to my I want to use a different login here. Just a second. I need to log in onto my browser using a different login. So just bear with me. Won't be long, hopefully. Okay, so I'm now on the browser. Yes, now I'm going to log into CKAN, and oh yeah, it's already comes up, so I can just use that URL. So we can access it with just localhost here. It's an SSL port and it's running on 8.44.3. We can not worry about the certificate, and we log in as what we normally log in as CKAN_admin. And we want to add a data set, but of course what we need to do is we need to first create a organization. I'm going to call that test org, why not? And I'm going to add a data set, and I'm going to call it test set 1. I'm going to make it public, why not? I'm going to add some data to it, and we're going to link in a URL that has a CSV file that I had found. That's quite a good one. And we're uploading that now. We go to the resource and we see the data dictionary. Information. Let's go back here and click it again. Okay, so here we see the actual data. It's some COVID data that I found that is a fairly large file. What, 20,000 lines, 21,000 lines, something like that. Anyway, I just want to show you this screen so we can see how the information was uploaded to the data store repository, and we see the log file. So we're fetching the information, the data from the CSV file. It automatically determines the headers, and then it just saves off the information through into the database. And we see that we successfully pushed between nearly 21,000 lines into the data store. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. I hope you found this interesting. CKAN is incredibly easy to install using Docker, and it's all free here. There's nothing to pay. It's all open source. It's all free software, and it works really, really well. I haven't had a problem with it. So thanks a lot for watching.